Welcome to this week's episode of PCH TV. I'm Hemin Shin.
And I'm Zach Meyer. We have an awesome show for you today.
First off, Alone Gilboa highlights a man who has been working at Parkway for 50 years.
Here's a look at John Schnell, who got his exciting start in Parkway's first year.
The year is 1958. Imagine you're attending the first ever school year of Parkway High School. The original building was barely finished. One of the main after-school activities was riding horses. And instead of a computer lab, you went to the typewriter room. Meet John Schnell. He began teaching at Parkway in 1958, its very first year.
We didn't have a lot to work with then, like they do now. The buildings weren't completed when we opened the first junior, senior high school. In fact, half the rooms did not have glass when we opened up.
During John Schnell's 25 years at Parkway, he coached football, basketball, and golf, while also teaching history and driver education.
Well, the biggest change, I guess, is down where your cafeteria is now. It used to be all grass with a concrete walkway, and it was called the senior patio. Only seniors were allowed to go down there, and we would have, sometimes the teachers have meetings down there and things like that, but it was different. It's hard for anybody to believe there was a grass plot in the middle of the school, but there was.
Many teachers throughout the years have been inspired by his dedication and enthusiasm, and some current teachers even had the opportunity to teach alongside him.
His smile, his laugh, his sense of humor, it was just wonderful, and he made the school what it is.
When I came out here in 58, Olive Street Road was a two-lane, 65-mile-an-hour highway, and the only thing between 141 and Lindbergh practically was Deerberg's Market, Rowan's Shell Station, and the bank.
As a coach, Schnell saw many of Parkway's first wins, and as a teacher, saw many students grow. He recounts the numerous experiences he had as a teacher at Parkway.
I guess the first time we won a big football game, we beat Kirkwood, and they'd call us the farmers out here in those days, and our kids all ran off the field and said, well, we got to go home and milk the cows, things like that. One time, Mr. Giles was the principal then, and Mr. Giles had come up from southeast Missouri, and they had a greased pig with a sign, return us to the office. Nobody could catch that pig except Mr. Giles. He caught it.
Throughout his 25 years, Schnell witnessed the school move to the current building and experienced the split into the 4 different Parkway high schools.
There was somewhat of a bitter rivalry in the beginning, and I guess that's just natural. Each Parkway school wanted to be better, and you had a little bit of hard feelings at times, but I think that's gone way through the years now. I think there's still the rivalry, but there isn't the hard-nosed type of thing where there was hard feelings when you won or lost.
With both styles and society changing throughout the years, Schnell has found pride in seeing Parkway Central grow.
Overall, general, just seeing Parkway Central rise to the top academically in the county and athletically real well. From where we started out as just a school of 350, 400 kids, and then getting bigger and bigger to where we could compete with all the rest of the schools.
From his beginnings as a teacher and coach and continuing throughout his career, Schnell noted that his main motivation has always been to inspire teenagers. This is part of the reason he still works at Central after hours.
But I stayed here and I never regretted it. I spent all 25 years at Parkway Central, and do it over the same way again. I still like working here, and I like seeing Mr. Gannon and some of the other principals who were here when I was here before, and I just enjoy what I do. And if you enjoy what you do, that's about all you can ask out of life, I guess.
Even after 50 years, John Schnell continues to carry on the Parkway Central tradition. For PCH TV, this is Alone Gilboa.
Hey Zach, do you know where you're going to college?
Not yet, but PCH TV got a closer look to see how some seniors aren't going to be going to your average four-year school.
While many students are unsure of what they want to study when entering college, others such as senior Brett Eisen will be training to accomplish their lifelong dreams.
Ever since I was little, I've always wanted to be a chef. Since I've gotten older, I've always known I wanted to do something with food and something in the restaurant industry.
Next fall, Eisen will be attending the culinary program at Johnson & Wales College in Colorado.
I've worked in a couple different restaurants, including Cardwell's at Frontenac, Caldies, where I've done just different kinds of cooking and stuff, just so I have some experience to be ready for next year.
Eisen is currently working with renowned chefs at Oceana Bistro in Clayton for a scholarship cooking contest.
I've been cooking with one of the top chefs in St. Louis to prepare for this contest down at Oceana, Chef John, who's been helping me get ready, techniques with cooking, so hopefully that will help me get a chance to win this scholarship.
Senior Dan Crumry's college experience will provide a chance for him to serve his country.
It's Military Academy at West Point, New York. It's about an hour north of New York City.
The West Point application process was rigorous and required Crumry to receive recommendations from government officials such as Claire McCaskill and Todd Aiken.
Graduating from West Point, I'll be commissioned as a second lieutenant in the United States Army. I think America is the greatest country in the world, and I definitely would like to serve my country, give back to my community. So I think this is the best way.
Ping pong is one of the oldest sports in history. It's been played for over 1,000 years.
Among ping pong's elite is Parkway Central's very own Justin Yao.
Not many people know it, but we have a world-class athlete right here at Central.
Started playing ping pong when I was around 8 years old.
He's Justin Yao, just a freshman, but ranked 8th in the world in ping pong for the 15 and under age group.
I tried to play some of my friends, so I asked my mom to teach me, and I've been playing ever since.
Justin Yao is just a wonderful guy to have in the classroom. He's an asset to the class. He answers a lot of questions. He's always got his homework done, and by far one of my strongest students out of all my freshman history classes that I have.
Most of the games are intense depending on where we're playing. So if I was at an international tournament, the games would be very close and it'll be really exciting. Well, my goal is hopefully to make the 2012 Olympics as a starter and maybe win some more national titles.
He is different when he plays ping pong because he's like more serious and he's really into it. He's pretty happy when he wins. He shows a little emotion.
Parkway School District is unique in the realm of allowing students like Justin to be successful in the classroom and as an athlete, you know, on the court or on the track or on the field of athletics. I think that Parkway Central emphasizes that idea of having a Renaissance kid, a kid who's in music, drama, doing well in school and in athletics.
Well, that's all the news for this week's episode. For PCHtv, I'm Hemin Shin.
And I'm Zach Meyer. Thanks for watching.